Hello everyone, this is Lloyd from Bizzfo. What I want to take you through is the terminal dashboard. We've made some changes to how we track and monitor your terminal totals. And just as a note, it's been there for quite a while as a feature, but we've just moved it to your workspace because it's quite an important part actually. So what our terminal dashboard is, we do get from time to time that we need to resync terminals or ask our terminals to do something. So typically we would use a remote access tool, log in, and then we would resync the tools. But I want to show you how to use your terminal dashboard, and it's quite valuable, and then just show you some of the features. So let me just take a branch, and I'm going to click refresh. So just going through the tabs, we've got our POS versus Hive totals. So what we're seeing here is I've done a transaction this morning for this test, and we can see that there's a difference of $85 on the POS terminal, and the Hive is saying I've got 0. So this in essence is showing that my terminal is out of sync. Now the reason for the terminal being out of sync is, let's just have a look. Auto sync, save. Alright, so it should be coming into sync shortly. So just remember the terminals sync every roughly about every 2 minutes. They would sync their data. So I did a sale, and then I quickly went and I said, please tell me what the totals are for this terminal. And I'll do it shortly, but let's just go through the dashboard. So in essence, what we want to do on a daily basis or monthly basis is we want to ask the terminal, what is my sales? Do they match? Is my payouts matching? You can see there's 0. And is my supplier invoices matching? So these 3 items will actually mean that your debtors and creditors will be in check. So from an accounting perspective, or your month-end process would be, make sure that all your branches are showing a 0 difference. So in this case, what I'm going to do now is I can request this branch to resync the data simply by going to let's talk through this menu. Okay, let's talk through this menu quickly. So the top part, what I can do is I'm requesting totals. So this is the dashboard we're actually seeing. So I can do a comparison of what the totals on my terminal is. And then on the second part, here's where I can request resyncs so I can click on item sold, and I can select a period, and I can resync, ask the terminal to resync it. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a check sales for period. This is branch 1, so I'm only interested in today's date, and I'm just going to send this request. Just while we're talking through it, so what has happened is I've just switched to another tab, and we can see there's some request saying the total sales for period, it's pending, so we're waiting for the terminal to respond. So while we go through, let's just leave it there. Let's just talk through these items. So I can basically resync my entire terminal. So typically what we would do is we would go into our sync logs, and this is where we would sync and receive our data. But you can now do this from the Hive. So you don't need to access this PC with remote software. So let's just have a look again. The other powerful component would be okay, so you can send all your data as well to the Hive. I can send all my items. So the send and receive function, the one we receive, I can tell the Hive to send, and I can tell the Hive to ask the POS to send stuff. Then the other one that's quite important at the bottom, you'll see there's maintenance. So this is quite a cool feature. So the ones I use a lot is the POS import button. So if you're running multiple apps and you want to update an app, you don't have to click on the app or ask the user to click the button. You can simply say POS to import buttons, and the app will automatically import your buttons. You can also do your database request from here. Request a database backup. So again, if you need to backup or work on your client's data or do whatever, you would request backup. And again, this is used for POS and Android, Windows and Android. So let's have a look. I'm just clicking on the refresh button so we can see it was picked up. The callback was picked up by the point of sale. And I'm just going to click this refresh button. and you can see it's matching now. So the reason for it did not match is I did a sale quickly on a point of sale, then I requested the total, which means the point of sale did not have enough time to sync, and in the background the point of sale is now synced, and we can see for the day these totals are matching. If I wanted to, I could just request, we can do that. Let's just request items sold for period. And there we go for branch 1, and now it's saying to branch 1, just resync your day for me so I can compare. Then maybe just have a look at your sale, your dashboard, just to show you. So dashboard, let's do for today, branch 1, and you can see there's the 85 bucks. So the syncs are working. So the nice part about this dashboard is it just gives you a bit of trust in your system and helps you to do your day in closure and a bit less effort on your support teams and asking people how to sync. So the process would simply be select your period that you want to see and have a look at your totals and make sure they're sitting on 0. You'll also notice we also run an auto sync as well. So yesterday was synced as well. So you'll notice that the system on itself will also sync and verify. You'll notice the user, this is what I'm creating and this is what the system is saying. So the system itself is checking in. So guys, this is quite a nice one to use, and I would recommend start playing with this, understand it, and make it part of your day procedures or your month-end procedures to sync your data and make sure everything is sitting on 0. And then just as a tip, if it's not on 0, you can just confirm your totals, or I can click on this one and just say resync this period. And again, you can just come back later and just check it out. So guys, that's it for your terminal dashboard. Please use it. It's going to help a lot to give you that comfort feeling that everything is syncing and all your terminals are in sync. Any questions, please feel free to pop us a mail at info.bizzfo.co.za.